Alright, so I actually have a pretty fun idea here, and unfortunately, I also lost the audio for this one. But this is going to be my. As you can see, it's a custom start. It's cruci 15 though, so it's still going to be very hard. But as you notice in a second, once I start, here we get starting passive cookie. It's pretty good. I actually have all four base character starting passives, and it's in cruci 15, so still, like a very big challenge. Not much actually gets through cruci 15. But I thought it'd just be a little bit interesting to do. As you can see, we get a good first shot. Um, yeah, just because it was a good first shot, frankly. And the passives have some really nice interplay. I'd really be interested in doing this again. Although, ideally, I'd rather do it with. I'm not sure what I'm talking about here. Ideally, I'd rather do it with um, either spin pool so that I can get something circles, or Beladen pool so I can get the circle stuff. Because I think the circle is probably one of the best ways to go. You have round rule that's granting you here. None of these options are particularly interesting. I haven't really looked at this map yet. You have round rule that is like really strengthening AoE and making you good against bosses. There's Pinventa who's buffing a whole bunch of orbs, including AoE orbs, which is really nice interplay between those two. You have Peggle Intuition who's helping you high roll, which you really do need. And then you have just any kind of bulk stuff you can pick up, including our busts, especially our busts, is really, really good. And as you know, it's Crucible, so one of the best passives you can get is +2/+0, no crits on the board. So yeah, just like they work really nicely together. Here I'm just whittling down these guys. And before I got the upgrade event, it's fine. Upgraded Dagorb is probably going to be solid. It still is a lot of damage, definitely. And Spinment Originality boosting it a bit further is nice. You see that lucky Bramble? I think that was the fight where I got a lot of Bramble in a row. I didn't notice it though, I wasn't paying too much attention. I think I was talking about something important. Yeah, so some classic stuff. We get a really good terrible shot, frankly. I believe I'm just trying to collect some cash here. I get a tiny bit. Alright, here we have some options. So, like I was saying earlier, AoE has become really, really good. So I pick up Cauldron Bubble, and on Rounder I do really enjoy an early Cauldron Bubble. It's a very nice thing to do. Here, our options, honestly, they suck. I think I take Reduce Refuse just because that extra bit of cash in Cruci is really, really helpful. Having to deal with level 8 Cruci, I believe it is, can be really painful. Yeah, that dagger was super unfortunate. Hopefully we get a good Cauldron Bubble here. Bombs. We missed the crit that I was aiming for, but it's perfectly fine. We even get a Bramble there on the back one. Might be helpful, might not be. Yeah, this is one of the paths where Cookie just really shines through. Just getting that health back is really nice. I aim for that bomb here, get it. I'm also aiming for the cash there. I've got quite a lot of it. Almost all. And then we get the kill right there. Very solid. So yeah, here I'm talking about how because we have Spin Bench Originality, +1/+2 on each orb, like there are a lot of orbs we can pick up here. Considering the Cauldron Bubble upgrade, it's really just not much. At least we can't see the damage from 1 to 2. 2 to 3 is pretty interesting. And if we had any other Spinfection source, I probably would take it, but because it's the only Spinfection source, apart from RNG, 1-4 spikes, it doesn't feel too amazing. So here, I really want the just Daggle crit. It would make a big difference this fight, but we don't get that, so like Daggle crit is just so much damage. Also, you'll notice here our refresh is in a utterly horrendous position. And despite that amazing shot right there, it cleared out so many pegs, got quite an impressive amount of damage. It just wasn't enough. Here though, you'll notice the debuffs we've been getting are Blind and Bramble, which with this fight, they paid off quite a bit. I would have appreciated some more Bramble, but everything works out. Yeah, so we take a hit there. That was always going to happen. We were always going to walk away with at least one hit. Ideally just not two, and that's what happens when a dagger gets a roll, like just 500 damage. And we get our bust here as the options, and man, our bust is just like so strong with this set of passives. It's such a high roll. Spinman's Originality plus Balladroit is what it's called, is so strong. Here we don't really have many good options. Alchemist's Cookbook with bombs decrease damage is not the greatest, but there's a lot of good bomb high roll, including reduce, refuse, recycle. I'll refresh bombs back onto the board and then be able to pop them post navigation for more money. So it's really not that bad. We got a bust here, by the way, to reduce damage a bit, which is actually really nice. Doesn't reduce it as much as I would like, and this map is... The specific setup that this map was not really nice at all, I believe. Really hard to kill the last plant. Yeah, like, look, we bounced over those two. Okay, it wasn't really hard to kill the last plant. I don't know what I was talking about. Maybe I just took a bit more damage than I wanted. Good heal there, though. Unfortunately, it's ended because that refresh was in a really easy to get spot. I can't tell if I go to the shop here. Probably not, right? I don't think... Okay. I guess removes are valuable. What I think I'd probably try and do here is just force reduce, refuse, recycle, trying to increase my coins. Because we don't really have enough for a shop, but it would be great to go there. Like if we had 130 here, yeah, 130 exactly, we would have been able to buy remove, which would have been good. I think, sorry, buy remove, which would have been really nice. Here there's a lot of interesting stuff. This is odd. I feel like I should buy World on Stake here. Try and negate the double turns. Distraction reaction is neat. Okay, I do buy the World on Stake. I think that not buying the remove was interesting. A remove on Pebble is really good. I don't actually think removing Terrible early on is that good of an idea, specifically because of spin meta originality. Well, I like Terrible on this map. I like keeping in my deck a tiny bit longer than what I should, just because there's some maps where Terrible actually comes in handy quite a bit. Small orbs can be useful, though it is very small. But yeah, we get good damage, we get good bomb procs. I even shoot the Terrible for good measure. And reasonable cash. Getting or bust upgrades here is probably pretty good. We just need to maximize shield gain from a bust. There are just some scenarios that have really buffed or bust, because there's a chopping block here which I consider, but then I realize that it's not actually granting me any bulk as of right yet, because I don't have any of the shield passives, so I don't take it. But yeah, as I was saying, there's just a few more encounters, like Ghost for one, that really buffed or bust, because it's really nice to just be able to have an orb where you can go equal, even if you don't have any actual damage. So there's a rainbow slime here. Yep, so we're getting some good damage. Ideally I kill this rainbow slime, but that's probably not going to happen. The refreshes are really nice for keeping me healthy. No dodges yet. We're stacking out blind and we're stacking out illusion. So you know, we're getting there, but not quite. I do really want to kill this rainbow slime, so there we go. Hopefully just a bit of good cash. I believe we got some dodges there. And or we used our board. Both of which are fine. I really want to hit this refresh, but I also wanted a good AoE. So I kind of did neither. It wasn't a good shot, I know. It definitely wasn't going to hit the refresh. I mean, it could have hit the refresh. In some crazy land. Oh yeah, right. They take 2 turns on discard, so I wanted to be a bit careful about shooting that one there. It's a 5 damage dag orb, so you know, still worth it. We do get the heal, so we actually heal more health than we lose. And then they're dead. So there is a ballad in the shop here, which you could consider. However, the passive for... the passive that you want to get is +2/+0. So that's really, really good. Here we get a Recombobulator. So it decreases the damage of the bombs we spawn from Alchemist's Cookbook by 15. Which is really unfortunate, obviously. Here we get an amazing event. We can choose to let Pebble or Terrible sink. I believe I let Pebble sink because Terrible has +1/+2. Okay, Recombobulator decreasing the damage of bombs is incredibly unfortunate. I will not deny that. However, Bomb High Roll it's very real when you have what's it called? Peg tuition. I've got so many passives that I need to remember the name of. I'm not used to remembering them all. Yeah, good refresh, good damage here. Lacking a bit on the AoE front, so probably going to be taking a bit of damage from plants, but overall it's pretty fine. Yeah. So Recombobulator, I think, is also just really nice for this fight as well. Extra AoE bombs means that ideally we're not taking too much damage from plants. Here we get a bit unfortunate. I believe he gets a free smack off. Yep. Yeah. I'm also just trying to be very careful with this map because the refresh can very easily just decide to screw me. And that would suck. Like, if it just goes to a spot I can't hit, I would be in trouble. Like, the boss still has 600 health left. This looks pretty tough, honestly. Is this a crit? No crit. But yeah, we still get 100 damage here. Like, you can see that we've been scaling. We have 30 evasion. Haven't actually used it to evade once. We got a pretty garbage AoE there as well. But it pays off. You know, we get the plant kill. So it's kind of fine. We're healing off a bit. I believe he gets another free smack off here. Yep. Really unfortunate, but you know, we have AoE coming right up. Which, like, 115 damage AoE. Sign me up. Bramwell Mole, I don't think Bramwell Mole does anything, but I really can't recall. The good news is as well here is once we hit the refresh, we're getting a lot more bombs spawning back in, as you just saw then. So we can easily hit those bombs and then hopefully get a lot of kills. But yeah, we've managed to keep our health up very well using Cookie, which has been great. And just been controlling the plants, controlling our refreshes. We got lucky with the refresh spot, obviously. Alright, there's a shock absorber here, which frankly, you see that 1920 and you just want to take it. It's a very big number. And then right here, boss passives, we get like the strongest cruci passive ever. So of course we just take unpretentious amulet. Like, we're doing our bust stuff. It's just a really good idea. Like, really, really good idea. Right, we get Demon Wool, which it's better than Crossbow. So I believe we also got a pretty good map here. So, you know, that's nice. We have reasonable AoE. We just need to be a bit careful. I don't think we're too good into the 200-600 fight, which that would be an issue because we have a bomb respawning, bomb spawning, and our cauldron bubble. But you know, those only get so much done. I believe we take a bit of damage here. Just like not getting the right kind of shots. But from what it looks like, this one is going to get an awful lot of kills. Good, so we clean up that fight. Don't even know if we go to the left or right here. I could upgrade an bust here. Depends how fast the next shop is. The shock absorb upgrades is useless for me, hopefully, because I'd rather not be using sappers, and so the level 2 and level 3 are just not useful, which is nice. Having orbs that you can have in your deck that are just level 1, so it seems there's no shop nearby, which is really good. Well, it allows me to upgrade the boss or bust, which is good for a lot of fights. Alright, we have a potential bullpen hammer here, which I do believe we take, which would have made the passive the orb I was talking about earlier good. Chopping Bollock. Yeah. Quite good? Yeah, quite good. But obviously we don't have access to it. We can easily pick it up now, though, which is pretty good. Orbus, we get a really good shot here. I finally got in where I was aiming. This for 2 reasons. 1, I really wanted to hit those bombs. 2, I want to hit the refresh. 3, which is the main reason, frankly, is after navigation, I'm going this way. Yep, so I believe that stone only moved 1 there, and then we get this really good AoE shot. Just the full combo that makes AoE so good is really nice. Alright, very good. Those bombs respawned, which I swear they weren't there before. We do get a bit of a scare there, but nothing too bad. And then we get Shield Mage. Now this fight, I've never even had this happen before, but it was a really awesome fight because I'm not sure if you noticed it there, but the Shield Mage is not looking too good, As you can see, I was on 12 bullock before that shot. I took the shot and now I'm on 16 bullock. Yes, that's exactly right. Wolfine Hammer is increasing my shield each shot. More damage than the shield mage can deal, and I'm actually scaling throughout this, so you know, even when he does his slam attack, it's not actually going to affect me that badly. Anyway, this was a really fun discovery. So it turns out that against Demon Bull, I'm probably not the best into him, but Shield Mage is an absolute freebie, 200, 600. I hopefully have a lot of AoE. That's what I'm kind of banking on. It's why I tried to pick up a lot of AoE, because there are some fights where you just have to have AoE if you want to pass. Do not pass go. And that's basically the main one, the big one that you have to get through. Mole as well, I guess. Yep, and he's dead. So we get passive options here. Yeah, choke mod. So I see the choke mod and I just immediately take it. I've been on the lookout for it. Any kind of bomb high roll passive is really good. I was really disappointed there. I really wanted to greet all of those bombs. It was so much damage. So activated crit, also refresh the boards. Unfortunately useless. I don't have any crits. I don't plan on getting any crits. And crits are just not good. So I get a safety net, which is actually just really good. Like, my orbs start off with a lot of damage. Oh, this map was so painful. So you'll see how the refresh isn't in exactly the best spot. But every single shot, like you saw that one, it went insanely close to refresh. Every single one of those shots, they just missed the refresh. And I mean, spoiler alert, I don't hit the refresh the entire fight. It's just miserable. Yeah, but luckily here we get a bunch of shield pegs spawning on the wall because of the shield knights, which gives us a ton of starting bulk, and it really minimizes the damage we take from this fight. I wish we could say that we came out of this fight unscathed. Like, look at that. I even shot that one towards the refresh and it still just missed it. Yeah, finally threw that shield, but at that point it's taken a bit too long, and they're almost through our shield, which is unfortunate. Yep, like that shot. How did that miss the refresh? Luckily, I do then get this shot, which somehow misses a lot of pegs, and I do take a tiny bit more damage. Then I have to deal with this still. Getting through the shield is just such a pain. Like, I'm still just taking damage. Anyway, yeah, this was just really unfortunate, frankly. Like, that was close as well. And then the dagger to finish it off, no crit. There's 3 pegs on the bottom, that's it. Yeah, so I think I'm talking about how that was a bit painful. I mean, I only lost 6 health, I know, but still. Might as well collect a bit of cash there. We have a night fight. So night fight, we basically just want to prioritize bombs, which that's exactly what that is. It's nice now that we have another Spinfection scaler. I really want apply +1 debuffs. That would be amazing. Like, really, really good. It means that, unfortunately, we apply pretty minimal Spinfection. Like, Spinfection 2 on our Cauldron Bubble, since we can't crit, and Spinfection 1 per bomb, which ideally we get a lot of bombs, but it's a scaling thing, you know. The more pegs we hit, the more bombs we'll summon, so when we're not hitting pegs, it's not really going to be that useful, but most of the time it should be pretty good. We get 2 bombs there, which is great, because it kills all of the shields, and then we can just terrible the last one. Like, because of +2/+0 and us stacking the circle, we just have so much damage, it's so good. Alright, here we get another Bully Ball, Shock Absorber, sorry. They have similar properties, especially when you're using Sepasec comps. Yeah, so there's bombs here that I could easily aim at, and I could probably get at least like 10 cash, probably closer to 11 out of it, but getting the passive is just much better. Here we get a training weight, which is insane. Training weight is really, really good. And I am heading to this right. Here there's a pocket sand in the shop, in the treasure chest. And here I talk about how I think pocket sand used to be reasonable. And by reasonable I mean I liked it for specifically dealing with turn knight. But the game has changed a bit, I feel, and pocket sand is just outdated. I think that it really should receive a change. So we get a wolf fight here. And this, I'm not gonna say it was that bad, but it was painful. I believe we take at least 2 hits. And the thing that's really annoying about taking those 2 hits is this is a question mark fight. This wasn't even the boss fight. This is the fight before the boss fight. Which would be great if we fought Shield Mage, because like Shield Mage, as you saw earlier, was just a freebie. Oh, there I'm complaining about getting exploitable. Like, we got 2 exploitable procs, like, come on. We can't even use exploitable, and usually it's a pretty reasonable debuff to get. There, 3 exploitable procs. Like, this fight would have gone so differently if those had been useful things. I don't know if you can bramble him, but you definitely can't blind him. I guess there's not much useful it can be. But yeah, we just take more damage here than I wanted, which really sucked. And then the next fight, we fought 200, 600, which it was just a nasty fight all around. I'm not looking forward to commentating over it. We have good AoE, yes, but getting it set up in the right order is really painful. And the bombs on that map they're not that fun to hit. So here, I actually was really considering fast reaction, just because I wanted to set myself up for the 200, 600 fight. But it's basically just setting it up for the 200, 600 fight, and the additional illusion is like really bad. So I took the Refloss Stone because it has boss passive high roll and it's generally much better now. Yeah, so we enter the fight. We have starting or bust, which is really, really good, but as you'll notice, our Spinfection is our last orb to shoot, which it's not ideal. But you know, starting shield, I'm not going to complain too much. Now we just need to prioritize hitting as many bombs as possible. So I go for that shot, which is a bit. Oh, I was trying to keep the refresh active, right? Yeah, I really wanted to have the refresh easy to access because, as you noticed for the spinny map just before, the refresh was hard to access and it made the fight just absolutely miserable. I lost health there when I 100% shouldn't have. Yep, that shield is alive on 4 health. Yep, it really sucks. You get a shock absorber here, which I don't think is going to do that much, but okay, we bounce over to the other side of the board, get the refresh. That is definitely best case scenario. We get a kill here, which means we're not getting 2 smacks. Only 2 smacks, which is much better than the 4. That's the problem with this fight. It just scales super hard on how many people are hitting you. Yeah, then we get this shot, which unfortunately they healed, and just the momentum, all the people that were going to die from that shot just didn't. Which really sucked. However, we then get this Daggop shot with 2 bombs, kills that shield, and then we get a Bramble there. He walks through the Bramble, dies, and now we've just got an 800 health dude there. Which is amazing because we can get potentially Bramble on him, as well as we just got a really big damage shot. And like Infection is stacking up, and we've got no bust. And he only smacks for 10, so in the outcome where he does reach us, he's not dealing too much damage, but we get a pretty crazy bust shot there. I believe that is a kill, Infection, yes, good. So we're alive on 14 health, which you would think that would absolutely not be good enough for the run to continue, except for the fact that we've got Shopman Wall, and there's a popping corn there that I can use to heal up. And Shopman Wall means that I don't have to lose any health whatsoever. All the health that I lose is going to be from these fires right here. So of course I make sure to greed, see if I can actually be killed by the fires. And here we get Dumbo, which is really cool. House of Slime, also great. We get the pebble removal, that's great. Improved Catalyst, actually amazing there. Our bombs actually changing from 20 damage to 30 damage means that they can actually do stuff. And like Spinfection, yes, that does add approximately plus 10 damage. Technically it's more, but it's a bit funny. Yep, so here I believe I'm aiming away from refreshes. Trying not to get the early kill on Knights, but I think this terrible... No, the next shot, the Shock Absorber. I think the Shock Absorber makes very short work of them. Well, not very short work of it, apparently, but good enough. Anyway, sitting here on 23 health, but somehow it's just fine. So I can't recall exactly what I'm doing. I think I'm trying to... Oh, right. I'm being really super careful about my refreshes again, because you can super easily get screwed out of just your refreshes not landing, and I don't think this refresh spot is the best. I think that we got very unfortunate. Probably trashier, yeah. The 2 scaling the circle is pretty useful. Number is just very handy. 2 extra damage per big is quite a lot, especially when you start off with a safety net. So here I'm really just trying to aim for the refresh. It's not in the best spot and I really want to open it up. I get a bit unlucky there again, but you'll notice my Shock Absorber is at 2317. So it's scaling super duper well, but obviously could be worse. Could be better. Like, the boss has not lost that much health. Here we clear out the entire right hand bottom side, which is really unfortunate because that refresh positioning is now super hard to get to. I take this shot and it goes too far to the right from what I wanted from it without hitting the refresh or clearing the peaks near to it. So I'm a bit worried here. The wall's getting much closer. But you know, I've got 16 damage. He should just be dead, right? Safety net, yeah. Shouldn't have to think too much, but you know, the refresh is not in the best spot. It got closer than I would like, but you know, all character passes, this is going really well so far. Killed him by bombs, which is funny. I could have taken a ball lining there, I think. Wouldn't have actually been that bad. It's pretty good at hitting bombs, which is something. Yeah, just look at these passives. So one of the things you've noticed for like the past 3 fights is my refreshes have been key to my success. I've had to play around them really hard. And yeah, I just can't afford to take Morbid, and the rest of the 3 passives was just garbage. The only one I can really take is Endless Devouring at this point in time, and it's just not worth it. Confusion Mask just bad, straight up. It's literally +2 damage boost, like, come on. Early chop there to the left, pretty good. I think we'll be taking some damage here, which is unfortunate. 10? 7, not bad. We get the Obust, which is amazing, but our shield is immediately then broken. Oh. Yeah, this mirror, I mean, he's still at least 30 damage to me or something at this point. Just very impressive, frankly. Anyway, we get a good AoE there. Gets the kill. I think I just want to collect as much cash as possible, so 185. How much shot does this one get? You know, 185 cash. That's pretty solid. It's not navigation inflation, but it sure is good. Yep, so here we get Perfect 40, which is great. Alright, so we just want to smother the shot as much as possible, and we get that shot, which is close to revolting, but it goes there, which is nice because we really needed this shot. We get the greatest event in history. I love that event so much. It just brings me so much joy. The smile on my face every time I see that event. Nothing incredible here. There's a summoning circle. I'd probably take it. Yeah, Decoy Orb actually is amazing. Because you'll notice there, I immediately check, it's extra turns in brackets, which is great for cruci 15 because that's one of the really big pains. It now means that for my first reload, at least, until I get discard no damage, I'm actually healing 6, gaining 2 Miss Circle, gaining 2 shield, and gaining a 3rd Miss Circle per reload, which is really nice. We then get Ghost here, which we don't have our bust in sight, so it's a bit unfortunate. We're going to be losing health, which I mean is probably what should be happening from a 3 mini boss. That's why I kind of like where Ghost is, but it's still very annoying. You know, not much I could really do about it. The refresh is just that way. So 12 blind there. I believe we just got a dodge, which is, you know, ideal. I then get 8 forward, so we actually out-healed what happened. And then I got a discard, which was further healing and further shielding, which is great. And then at this point, my safety net starts stacking up. Well, I get a miss there again, 24 blind. Very acceptable. I believe that's not quite dead. Okay, and we get a miss, 28 blind. So there's a lot of misses by the Ghost, which is really nice. You would think that a incorporeal being would be kind of better at hitting, but apparently not. What am I thinking about here? Oh, whether or not I need to upgrade that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I didn't take the your refresh move. What did I take instead of it? I think reduce, refuse, recycle or something? I don't know. Which I definitely don't regret taking the early reduce, refuse, recycle. It helped out quite a bit. It could have been a lot better though. In the end here, I don't really want orbs at +1 persist. My deck's not really built for it just yet. So I end up taking the duplication potion. If I do see any future, whatever they're called, the orb that makes a bunch of refresh and crits. If I do see any of those, I believe I don't take them, just because... Okay, I might. I can't. I don't remember if I want... I don't think I wanted to do it, but you know, there's a good chance that, you know, I kind of want to win this, so there's that. Yeah, so the refresh is down the bottom there, kind of hard to hit. I think we take a bit of damage here, but Decoy Orb has changed our reloads quite a bit. So like we're on 66 here, I discard and suddenly like we get all of our tempo back. So handy. Decoy Orb when you don't have Round Guard is just really, really nice. 1 extra turn is just a lot, especially when it's 2 extra turns. Yep, we get this shot here, which solid AoE. We get Bramble on the wrong enemy, unfortunately. But I think this is probably just a kill. Okay, perhaps not yet. We get a dodge here? I think that was a dodge. But he gets 2 smacks, we get a heal, he's dead. Yeah, starting off with 5 pegs worth of damage is really, really nice in a lot of scenarios, and this is one of those. Yeah, this little garbage here. Bunch of crit nonsense, really. All the slime orbs are basically not worth buying, apart from Balm. Balm is really, really good healing. We got offered a Balm early in the fight. I very seriously considered it. I mouthed over it. You might remember. And yet I didn't take it because I didn't think we needed the healing. We've got this fight which I realized might be a problem. Our bombs are not that strong, and so we're probably going to take a hit. So I do take the 1 hit, which really sucks, but luckily I do have this set up here, so I can stop taking more. I get the Bramble there, which doesn't really achieve much. And he doesn't blow up, which is nice because of Decoy Orb. I get this shot, which pops a lot of bombs. A lot of people die. Good. And I believe that one's also did disinfection. So yeah, we really just... It's really unfortunate we took the 1 hit, but you know, sometimes 3 will just sap a lot of health from you. And usually it's not because they actually made it to you, but you know, sometimes it is. I believe our shock absorbers are pretty juiced right now, so they should just be getting kills. They're not level 2, so they don't have the bonus from sappers, and there was no point in me trying to shoot them into the sappers to reduce the damage because they weren't level 3 either. Just not much point in upgrading them for us, honestly. Yes, it would have helped, but not enough. We should get a kill here. Yeah, did. Good. So yeah, that was an unfortunate fight. There is a restore of level 3 here because we do have Anvil. So I'm pretty sure by the time, if we pick it up, it will pay off before the boss. And the thing is, our max health is 80, so we kind of like just need the health. It's not going to be much, yes, but it's probably worth it. Apparently I spent a long time trying to get to the shop. It is really important I get to the shop, definitely. I eventually go for this shot, which, you know, it's an interesting shot. You can see that for sure. And I believe it just goes in, simply. Yep, collects 3 cash before it does. Just give me a heart attack. Here, we get a enhanced it, which, instant pick. There's no need to think about it. This is what I've been setting up a lot of the bomb high roll for. Yeah, it's just insane. We don't get Ghost here, which is amazing. We don't get Turn Night, which is very nice. Makes me very happy. We don't get Blind Fight, which probably would have been... Yeah, that definitely would have been the best. But we do get this fight, so we just want to make sure to walk out with quite a bit of health. We enter with 55 health. Let's see how much we exit with. The sappers here can cause quite an issue because we do have a Recombobulator, and they do deal quite a bit of self-damage. This guy's just right in my face, so really not too happy about that. Especially since I really can't afford to take the hit just straight up. Like, this boss can sometimes just deal a lot of damage, and it looks like I got lucky. Get double kill, which is really nice. I do get my restore here, which is really good. Some orbs just go positive when you shoot them, or bust restore. Like, most enemies can't out-damage or bust restores. This enemy in squares are like 2 enemies that will pretty quickly, which is pretty funny that I'm versing both of them. But you know, both are just such solid orbs for a reason. Yep, we're basically just stacking out damage here. We still haven't really actually like recovered from our sapper fight. We're still at a net health loss. Yep, we do get a reload, which is pretty amazing, and then I believe that was 2 or 3 reloads right there, or maybe that was popping corn triggering a bunch. Yeah, but we just get a ton of damage off from that, and 55 health. We're now up at 60 basically. Just good stuff, frankly. He decides to not attack me there, which is pretty nice considering the fact that I believe I kill him right here. Yep, perfect. So we end on the fight on 62 health, which is really, really good. So there's replenish orb in this shop here, and if we didn't have a shop next, I reckon I would take it. Should I have taken it? Probably. I have Cookie, which is really good damage boost, as well as creating more refreshes to get more powder collector hits is a really good idea. So there's Wool Chicken here. Wool Chicken is 100% the pick, except for the fact that I'm versing Squiz, and Squiz can actually be blinded, and I have tons of bomb stuff right now. So yeah, there I just get an extra 40 cash. It really helps out in the shop, but it's a shame it couldn't be more. Free remove here, which is amazing. I'm more than happy to pay the 8 health for it. Get rid of the terrible because do I only have 1 pebble in my deck? Nice. Oh, here in the shop, there's a ground guard, which is just amazing. Like, ground guard is so strong. Yeah, I only have 1 pebble in my deck. That makes sense. So we can just get rid of the pebble here. The closer we get to full Did Pebble deal more damage than the dagger or base? Okay. I'm not fully sure why I got rid of the. It had to have different damage, I guess. I have Turtle here because gotta get an extra option for the boss passes, right? We almost get a lot of cash as well as an extra passive, which would have been ideal. We get this garbage, like come on. I try and get some more passives and it just leaves. Yep, so entering the boss fight, we do get a Starting on Bus, which is really good for our damage. However, I believe the top priority we are on is getting as many of those as possible. I enhanced it to just clear out all the pegs. We refresh, respawn those bombs back in, and then we enhanced it, repeat again. So we really want to have the refresh in easy spots. I take that shot because I really want to hit the refresh. I get the refresh. The refresh spawns there, which is not the worst. You notice if we look back on the first one that I shot through, there's a lot more respawn bombs, exactly like what I wanted. Anyway, I probably should have taken Wu Ching still anyway, but 34 blind, 26 blind on all enemies at the minimum, it's really not bad stuff. Here I aim for bombs, I actually get bombs. Okay, incredible. Really nice. Yeah, like it's working. We still only have one way to refresh the board, which is actually hitting the refresh, so I slow down, make sure to hit the refresh. Make sure quite a lot to hit the refresh because it's really important. Oh, it's really important, so it'd be great if I actually hit the refresh instead of doing that. Yeah, I think I focus a bit harder. I believe in me, come on. Okay, next time. Boom, alright, good. So all of the bombs are back and just procking one will set off an absolute landmine again. The sappers respawning is just fine. They're not dealing enough damage for me to be for me to be scared. I believe I trashed here the Cotton Bubble. This is not exactly the fight for it. I'm kind of just trying to play around bombs and hoping Shock Absorber can just pick them all off. Do I trash here or not? I suppose I just want to hit that bomb, yeah. It's pretty good after all. Yeah, we get them all up to 63, and then AoE kills them, and Spinfection kills them there. Yep, like, just dead because of all that. Like, bomb shenanigans just worked. Like, that was Shock Absorbers or Bust to restore. It's just an absolutely nonsense deck. And yeah, as I'm pointing out right here, those two bombs are just really cool. So, like that was my first end to a enhanced set there. That was my first end to all 4 passives, which was really cool, honestly. The safety net getting damage was also nice, yeah. Blind 1 and Spinfection 1 per bomb, also really cool. But all around, it was really fun. I do want to do another one of those in the future. It was really fun.